Hello everyone, welcome back to episode number 86 of our Auction Not Included All Achievement Run. In this episode we do have a few things to address right off the bat. We're going to start off with fixing some of the hydrogen loop that we have up here. We're going to do some changes up there for that. We need to re-add our research lab down in this region. That's going to be something that we'll probably need if we want to continue researching after we send a rocket up into space. Speaking of which, that is another thing we're going to be working on is the rocket. We need to make some minor changes, including power, some carbon dioxide, gas pumps, those kinds of things. We need to add some more radiation shield up here since it's kind of pushing through and we don't really want that to happen. So we are going to add that to the list of things that we need to do. We want to, what else are we trying to do? We need to see if this is that hydrogen vent, so they're going to come, the duplicates are going to come and break open this a little bit more. We need to see what's inside that. I think this is the hydrogen vent, and if it is, get a liquid lock setup going and that kind of thing. That way we can tame that vent to our needs. We want a fertilizer building set up somewhere in the vicinity of this area here. Not exactly sure which location, whether it's going to be down here or up here, but we do need to have another source of natural gas that's readily available while also providing a use for the polluted water that we have here. So that's some of the stuff that is on the list. I think maybe we get to launching the rocket after all that is completed. We will have to wait and see how it goes, but before we launch that rocket, I kind of have an idea. I would like to get some of this material back. Because this is out in a vacuum, all of it does not need to be insulated because it doesn't transfer heat, right? If it's in vacuum, it won't transfer heat. It has to be next to something that has heat, that kind of things. So if we look at the temperature out here, everything is at 15, 11 degrees. Whatever the temperature of the material was, I think when we built it, is what we have seen it turn into, right? So that's kind of where we're at for that. Over here to the hydrogen vent, what we're going to do, or not hydrogen vent, the hydrogen, we're going to make a little bit more of some changes here. I think what we will do is we will put this here and add another line here and here. Yeah, that's what we are going to do. We are just going to loop this on its own by itself and then have what we used before when we were not trying to cool off the area, which is this is going to be the extra hydrogen utilized down here in our hydrogen generators. So we're going to use both of these reservoirs to continually provide hydrogen directly to those, and that should ultimately fix our issue that we've been running into in the past couple of episodes. So let's see, are these connected? They are not, so we are going to get rid of those, and then this is going to go up. We don't need this bridge anymore, and hopefully this will resolve our issue that we've been trying to fix for a little while now. So other things that we have been working on, we've been working on removing all of the brine inside this location here. It's pumping in and out of all of the area here, so we are going to open this right here so it continually drops it directly out. Let's turn it on. Let's just have it keep going. We're gonna go at a slower pace temporarily while all of that stuff gets fixed up. Let's check on Dom, and okay, Dom is fine. I thought he was stuck, but looks like everything's fine over here. We are getting more and more of this liquid crude oil, so hopefully we can continue to provide that the other asteroid once it's good here. We're gonna change the priority of this because I don't want to. No, don't deconstruct. I don't want this to continually run. I want it to kind of stop, and then we'll come back to it when we have time. Let's look at our room inside of this. We need to change some things in here a little bit. We need to loop the water and station, not station, we want a blank canvas. This is going to provide us with a little bit extra on the decoration value, and we're going to put plastic inside this tile, plastic. And then the other one is going to be oxalite. I don't know if it will off-gas, but even if it doesn't, it should be fine. For the rocket, we do need a power fitting, right? Because this is the producer. This provides power from the rocket's battery that's attached to it. And then we need to put a minor... think here, what am I thinking of? Here's what I want to do. I want to deconstruct some of these things and move them up a tile. Yeah, I want to do that for one reason, and that is to allow us the airflow. I'm going to put airflow tiles all the way down here above these 4, and then we are going to have a mini gas pump that is going to pump out any of the extra gases. Yeah, I think that's how we want to do it. There's a couple of ways to vent the gases in here without actually changing too much, but we'll see how we do. Yeah, we'll pull this all the way across. I wanted this to be a mess hall, but I don't think that we'll be able to do that. Alright, so now that that's gone, we're going to do another couple of those. It's going to be tight quarters in here, but if you were in a rocket, I bet it would totally be the same. Tight quarters, and you have to use every little nook and cranny possible. Okay, same thing here. Alright, now if we look at the rocket, let's do a rocket control station. We'll just make that right next to this. We want another mess table, the refrigerator, and then last but not least, we do need one of these and one of these. Okay. There's one more thing we could put in here. Not sure what we want it to be. We could put storage. We could put the oxalite in there. We could put a whole bunch of different options, but I know we need plastic specifically to do the data research, right? Because it consumes plastic and power, right? Interesting. Yep, so that's what we're gonna do. Let them create that. Do we have water? Water. We do not have water right now. We have some from here. Okay, all this is gone, so let's deconstruct all of this, right? And then we want background buildings. We want to get rid of all of those. And then automation. Let's get rid of... Don't get rid of those automations. We need those. Right? Okay, so now that this stuff over here is probably close to being built, let's turn this into a 9. Okay. So now, why have these not been turned on? Disabled by automation grid. Makes sense. So let's see. Power. There we go. We don't need to change anything. That's all connected. We don't have any natural gas to use over here, so that's kind of why we want to have the natural, or the fertilizer down here. All right. And then we need gas pipes to go up. And then this needs to be carbon dioxide, which it should be because that's where it's at. Unreachable build. Okay, well, we'll open this back up temporarily and then reconstruct it. All right, some other things we need to do is we need to get rid of this section right here. Let's add power. And then this should be both polluted water and salt water, or regular water, and it is. Awesome. Awesome sauce. We're doing well. Oh, we have a printable. What do we have? Brine. Interesting. All right. Oh, we've got our poke shell, our oak poke shell. We could put them down here. Let's actually open this up, and then here's what we'll do. We will, to lower the amount of ethanol right here, we'll just put some mesh tiles to the side, and then that will open it up just so that they can not be flooding the buildings. And then we do need to have the critter drop off, and then we'll put slime as a portion of that critter feeder right there. That should resolve the issue of these buildings being flooded without having to change the entire building. Okay, so those are disconnected. Now, let's see. Let's get rid of these two. Let's build another bridge right here. And then once the bridge is complete, we can move this over, and that'll probably fix a lot of those issues. Let's get rid of all of that extra piping. Another thing that I was thinking of doing was actually taking more of this piping and going in a loop. Yeah, we are gonna do that. Go up and around. I don't think they can reach all this right now, but that's okay. We'll give them access. So what I want to do is just add some radiant pipe here to help provide the cold in this region, right? I don't want to lose any of this, so yeah, we'll turn those off. They should be able to reach a little bit of this. Oh, right there would be helpful. Turn that to a 9. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just add that there, and then that there, and then we will just add it right to this loop. Right, because if we look, this is how cold everything is getting, just from these little bit. So if we spread out the cold into the actual cold biome, this is 1 degree, that's it's colder inside the base than it is in the cold biome, which we don't want that, right? So we're going to fix this a little bit better. We could do the same strategy to all of the different areas that have heat, right? We could do that here, pretty much in front of any area that has heat. So eventually we'll have that piping go here and here, and in front of this region here, just to make sure everything stays cold. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking we'll do, just to kind of stave off all of the super hot areas. Right? Let's see. So some of the next things that we wanted to do, did we fix the hydrogen loop? We did not fix it yet. Okay, so what we are going to do is we're going to pause, cut the pipe here, cut the pipe here, right? Cut the pipe here, we don't need it there. Okay, and then we go over, down and down. And then over here again, and then down into that. That should create our loop that we want. Maybe. I mean, we could just do that and then everything will fix itself. There we go. Yeah, let's cut that for now. We want to get all of these filled in just like we have with the liquid pipe up here, right? We don't want any gaps. So all we're doing is filling the entire pipeline of hydrogen, and then we are going to reclose it off and just let it run how it's supposed to. All right, that looks great. Almost there. We're gonna speed it up a smidge. And while that's doing what we want it to, did they finish all this? No, they did not. Let's change this all to a 9. I want to try and get to the rocket today. So, or sending out a rocket today. That would be really cool if we could get that achievement done. All right, so now this is pretty much looped. And what I'm going to do is cut this, pause it, cut that there, cut that here, and now, okay, it doesn't have anywhere to go, so since that didn't fix it, we'll just have it do that. There we go. Separating the lines, I think, was probably the best idea that we've had so far. Thank you so much for all of the extra hints and suggestions. I know that some of the stuff we look at and we're like, oh my gosh, I wish he would just listen to me. But I definitely think we are in the right direction and things are going much better than they were in the past previous episodes. Let's look over here. All this looks pretty good, right? All this is getting built. We do need to get more refined metal. I'm not going to make it with the rock crusher. Actually, we can probably get rid of all of this right here. Okay. Yep, all of the gas pipe is turning into, or it's turning into regular gas pipe because that's what we want. Let's look, did we have not sent the carbon dioxide yet. But that's okay. That is okay. We do want to insulate this pipe though. And then we want to cut the pipe here. We don't want that going inside of the somnium synthesizer. Let's deconstruct this room and we should be good. All right, let's take a look at this ventilation. This is moving around consistently. All right, so this is coming in at 34.8 in the first section. It's only going down by like 4 degrees. And then over here, it's dropping much more. I think that's because of the area. Yeah, probably because of the area. And that polluted water is turning into the negatives and swapping back and forth. Okay, cool. Either way, looking great. Okay, did we finish this pipe here? No, we did not. They're working on it, working on it, working on it. One, two, three. Let's open this up. I'd like all the hydrogen to kind of wane to the top. We don't really need it to sit where it's at. And this is probably from the changes that we've made inside the spam a couple of times, but I know that the way we have it now should totally fix our issue, right? Eventually, this should run out, right? Because we have so much in the reservoirs, but I think it's fine. All right. What were we going to do? Oh, yes. All right, so we need to create a... Well, we can't do that until we move the brine. I was thinking of creating a steam turbine room, but we can't do that until we move the brine, get that out of here. But what's nice is all this is getting toasty, nice and toasty. In fact, it's getting so toasty, I would rather just close this side off, and then the heat can dissipate over here if we need it to. Just for now. We'll probably change it and manipulate it a few times. All right, but we do need more refined metal. So we probably shouldn't have removed that yet, but that's okay. Let's get rid of these. 1, 2. Oh, excuse my accidental button. Okay, so that was not enough, so I'm going to make a couple more. 1, 2. Actually, we'll do that. We had a carbon dioxide trap right here, so that's why we put the airflow tile here. But when we change this to an insulated tile, it's probably going to drop some of this liquid. So we'll see. Okay, this water should be going up as well once this is full. Looks like it is. Yep. Alright. Let's look at this power. It's overloaded. It's probably connected somewhere it shouldn't be. There's not a lot of power being consumed. So let's look at the whole thing and make sure there's no wires that shouldn't be there. My suspicion is probably going to be there is something attached to it that shouldn't be, like one of these. Okay, we will look. No, not here, not here. Let's just look without pretending like we're gonna build something. Heavy watt, heavy watt, heavy watt, heavy watt. Okay. Just checking all of my bases here, making sure we are not doing these incorrectly. Nope, that's good. It's good. Okay, all of that is good. Let's go up. We can get rid of those. I don't see any incorrect wiring, so that's why I'm not sure exactly why we are getting this overloaded. It's kind of bizarre, to be honest, to see that, because it says current load 1.51 kilowatts, potential load 4-ish, 3.98 out of 50. So why is it overloaded is what I don't understand. It's kind of strange. Okay, we've got batteries here and batteries up there. Let's actually remove these batteries so we're not heating this area up. How does the rocket look? Okay, it's working. You know what we do need to do is put this as grounded. If you do not put this as grounded, they will utilize the bathroom and everything in here. even though they shouldn't be. This is why it's overloaded right here. Okay, got it. Okay, so if we go back out here, that's why it's overloaded. So if we go inside the rocket again, and then we actually cut this power, let's go outside again, and then it's still overloaded for some reason. I don't know why it's overloaded. That's so strange to me. Let me know what your thoughts are on that, because that's a new one for me to see. I don't understand why it would do that when we are not connected to things we shouldn't be. Anyways, I don't see anything else. What circuit is overloading? This one in here is overloading. Yes, that is why we stopped it from draining more and more power. So why is this overloading this? Oh, this also has power outlet fitting is the reason, right? Okay, well, if that is not the one we need, it is pulls power from battery modules and rocket engines. So this is technically kind of like if it was the battery, right? So now when we look out there, let's look at the power. It's not fizzling anymore, right? So that would be why we were getting that issue. So for this, it must mean we need to do a... Let me think here. We need to do another one of these outside then. And that's fine. Then we will change this. We'll go conductive wire, go over, not over, up and down and around, over and up, and then like this. Okay, don't answer that question. I figured it out. I'm sorry. We needed to treat this exactly like it was on the other side of the transformers, like it is down here. So now we know. Now you know. You see, a lot of tutorials that I've looked around at, they don't tell you a lot of these things. So I may end up creating my own rotten barbecue. Yep, and then that's gonna go down to the bottom. Let's check. Did that fix it? No, it did not. Okay. We're gonna get a little zealous here, and that's okay. We want oak shell spawns. There we go. Alright, so the next step for the rocket, now that we know how it works, we need all this to get built, and then it'll be better. But we're not draining anything, so that's good. Silly me. Alright, let's take a look at the hydrogen over here. Alright, looks good. How about the temperature? Yep. So, since we are able to continuously cool down the hydrogen coming in and around and through this, it's providing a really good amount of cooling. Over here, what we can do is fix our loop, go up and over and over and over and over cut you and you. Now the loop should be even higher. Not higher, but longer. That's what I meant. You knew what I meant, right? Okay, it's assigned to the hospital. Okay, perfect. So they won't use that unless they have to. Let's take a look at this asteroid. Make sure everybody's doing okay. It looks like they are. Let's see. There we go. All right. So this is all pretty warm, so we don't want to mix both of these biomes right now. Actually, we should probably do that so it doesn't get too hot. And they can't reach. Why? Because there's no Atmo suit. Deliver suit. There we go. We don't want to keep sending polluted water here and there and everywhere. What we got? We have iron. We need iron on this side more than the other one. Right? Okay. So, let's get rid of those. Buildings only. Let's see if we can just get rid of some of this. I don't really want to have all these random lines. Honestly, I wanted to get rid of all of that, but let's wait for a minute. There we go. Someone's gonna get stuck. You know it's going to happen. All right. We can open this up, and then this will be kind of our base. Do we have enough for a science building? I knew someone would get trapped. It was inevitable. Well, if you just didn't get stuck, you'd be fine. Right? There we go. One. See, now you're not stuck. Everything is fine. And we got lead and everything else, so it looks good. Get rid of all these. That makes me happy. Missing research station. Yes, we do have a missing research station. It has happened before. Open. Same thing on this side. We'll put both of this similar. We want that to flow. Let's look at the power here. We'll go over and across and get rid of the extra, so that doesn't look so weird. If we can reach that, great. If not, I'm not going to fret about it. Okay. Okay, let's look at the pipe. Negative 80 degrees Celsius, and that right here is what we want to see, right? It's getting so cold that it's freezing the water. That's what we want. We want it to start getting a lot colder in this area again. We don't want it to sit and keep getting everything over here just cold. Okay, and then in fact, we may need to do... We should do this all the way across. So let's think about this here. We want 1, 2, 3, 4, and then in the middle we will do 1 steel. This is going to be our test, right? Down. We'll add 1 section at a time. I don't know if they'll be able to reach this part. Let's actually deconstruct these 2 parts. Made a mess. Oh my goodness. Gracious. Somebody save Nisbet. I'm not surprised, because they always get stuck. No matter how hard you try, they always get stuck. Alright. So we're just doing this so we can get rid of these extras. I want to be able to reach it, so... There we go. They don't line up with the other side, so I don't like that, right? Let's mop this up. And then that should be good. How's this looking? Okay, all this oxygen is flowing right here. There we go. Much better. Alright, so were they able to fix this? Not yet. Not quite. We'll do slime. Alright, this should hopefully be enough to not make everything flooded. Or is it? It might be a little bit too much still. Honestly, I can just keep doing this. Let's just go for it. Do another 4. Alright, let's continue. Alright, let's take a look up here. How is this working? It's doing fantastic. Alright, so it's getting all this nice and cool, just like we wanted it to. This is getting colder because of all the really cold ethanol that we had in these loops for a while, right? This is just gonna stay like it is. I'm not gonna try and change it for a little bit. We have a lot of water that we are providing for the different areas. These are continuously going and providing water to our extra spam. Is providing water to both spams, actually. Once all this brine is gone, I think we will be in a better position to start making a quick move to the volcano. We're only building these so yeah, we're only building this reservoir so we can start pumping a lot of this out, because it's not doing it quickly enough. Alright, where's this going? What is this? This is phosphorate. Phosphorate is going to need to go to the fertilizer room. Yeah, let's just get rid of that for now. We will reorganize that in a little bit. Okay, we need research stations back in action. Study materials, or material study, so we'll need one of those. Maybe a supercomputer and a research station, and then it also requires a light. Utilities, not utilities, furniture. Ceiling light, and then we want to automate that like we always have been doing, right? With a duplicate sensor. Where are you, duplicate sensor? You are At the top. There it is. Right. Some wire. Let's go with power. Conductive wire. We'll just go down. Perfect. We will use this area for rad bolts and sorts of stuff like that. Not gonna worry about it for a little while, but... Okay, how is this? Alright, so it's still flooding. We're gonna change this to a 9. Come on, duplicants. Hop to it. Okay, let's check the germs. I think we've taken care of all the issues with germs most of the time. Let's disinfect this since we see them physically on there. Oh no, all this is backed up because the phosphorus isn't going anywhere. Let's figure out where we are going to put the phosphorus. I think it will be down here. Why are these not going? Interesting. It's fine. We're gonna put our what do you want to call it? Our fertilizer building down here. So let's start by, we need to look at shipping, auto sweepers. How hot does that gas come off in that? Let's look at the refinement. Let's look at the fertilizer. It doesn't say how hot it is, but I'm imagining it's going to get pretty warm in that room. So let's just go with 1, and no, we will go, we'll move it over 1 more. Get rid of those buildings, turn that to a 9, cancel this, and then we will want shipping. Maybe 1 auto sweeper will be good enough. Hopefully. You know what, to be safe, we'll do 2. We'll just put it right above and slightly to the right. Give 3 sections in the middle. The chute. Do they both cover that? They do. Perfect. Right? And then we are also going to need 1 of these. We need to close you off. Now, how are they going to get up there? One might ask. Well, that's easy. They will go up there temporarily, and then we will close it off, and then not have the issue at all. Now, let's build the room first, and then we will worry about it. There we go. So we look at the materials overlay and we look at gases. It's because there's not enough carbon dioxide right now, so this is turning it off, and that's fine. We don't need a ton of carbon dioxide right now. Alright, so that's looking great. Are they... Still not there. We're just gonna make it all the way across. Might as well. Right? This is what happens when you have a little bit too much. Alright. Looking great. Oh man. We need to wrangle you. I don't want this one to be mad, so we need to change this to oak shell itself. Oh, it molted. That's interesting. Very interesting. We have souffle pancakes in here? Really? Nice. So exciting. Alright. All that looks good. What's next? We go to the rocket. Let's check out the rocket. Okay. I think rocket looks good. Or at least it's pretty close to being good. Let's re-add the... what was it? We had the power outlet fitting, which is made out of this material. And we'll make it out of gold. Why not? And then we will just connect that up. Okay, let's look at the room overlay. So we have a washroom and a luxury barracks, right? We have a refrigerator that's going to provide enough of the materials that we need for that. We have plastic to run the stuff in here. I think the plumbing, we'll just have water come in the plumbing like so. Oh, I almost forgot. I only want to turn this on when we need to. And then for ventilation purposes, I said ventilation, not plumbing, thank you. I'm just gonna go like this. Yep, there we go. It's just to pump out the carbon dioxide when we need it to, and we'll turn that on and off manually, right? All right, let's let them fix that up, and then we are almost ready on the inside. What we need to also provide on the inside is we need water. So plumbing, insulated pipe. We have some of this water. Oh, who's trapped now? You know, you really can't make some of this stuff up. No, let's move this material over before we close it off. Same with this one. And those. Let's get rid of those. It's never a dull moment with these duplicates. Once we move all that, then we can fix it up. We don't need these here anymore. There we go. Let's move you here. No, actually, let's just grab them. And then put a 9 on those. Perfect. Alright, so since we removed all of those, we could probably just get rid of this building here entirely. We need to fix this location for the phosphorate. What is going here? Nothing right now, but go down and over. I don't think they can reach that, so let's go up and over through the main line, and then we go down right there. That should be phosphorate, right? It looks like it is, yeah. Perfect. Okay, and then we needed to go back to the water. That's what we were working on. So we don't want the water to get too cold, right? That's not what we want. Now, why is there no water going in this direction anymore? Well, once this gets... Oh, that's why, because it needs to be emptied. Got it. Okay. I was wondering. Anyways, alright, so what we need to do is send water all of the way up there. Like, all the way. So, I think what we do is this is only gonna be, I don't know if this is gonna be temporary or not. It's gonna be a lot of water though, or a lot of piping. Yeah, it's totally a lot. Wow. Okay. Oh wait, we don't need it to be. We don't need it to be insulated when it's out there because it's a vacuum. Perfect. All right, now we have another print. What do we got? Printable hatch eggs. Why not? And then let's just sweep all of that stuff. You know, honestly, yeah, we'll throw all the eggs in there when we sweep them up. Okay, is that... It is a laboratory. Okay, why did we not get... Oh, it's because it's still... This is still all underwater. Okay, so... This is fine. Everything is fine. No need to worry. No need to panic. How's it looking on the other asteroid? What do we have going on here? Okay. So... Those are worn Atmos suits. That's why. Okay, I was wondering. I'm like, why can't we deliver them? They'll repair it and then send it in there. Alright, let's go back. They've got 60,000 food. We have so much food, we don't know what to do with it. 9 on that. Let's get that done. Oh yeah. And then let's take a look up here. So everything is lower than 1 degree. It's doing what we wanted it to do. This is doing what we wanted it to do as well, right? Oh yeah. Let's check the temperature on this. It's down to negative 70 degrees, but that's okay. It should be plenty. Come on. Let's get this done. They have a lot of stuff going on at the same time. Let's get rid of that ladder so we can move the materials. There we go. Alright, now let's move this like here. There we go. I really like how this is turning out. I've never made an industrial brick type of location before, but I think that separating it completely from the base is definitely probably one of the best ideas ever. Like any sort of machine that provides power and heat, definitely want to separate it outside the base. So that's kind of why we have it like this at the moment. No, that should be fine. Okay. Alright, let's check out this rocket. Did we get the plumbing done? And actually, let's look at this plumbing here. No. They're still working on it. We can't go if we don't have enough water, right? Okay, and then the other part that I needed to look at was adding, so if we look at the ventilation, gas, there's an output pipe right here that we need to fix. We need to change this a little bit. I did not realize. Where do we have the room? We have room right there. Okay, so if we go ventilation, gas vent right here, and then we just kind of cut that like so. We'll have a direct loop, not loop, a direct ventilation to this. And then we can cut the pipe here, and then the ventilation will just have to be a little shorter than we wanted it to be, and that's okay. And then we'll cut this here. Let's see. So then it'll go back and forth, right? One, two. Okay. Now, where would we have? Oh, is this 9? No, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. It can't be put on top of a door. I see. And is that considered industrial machinery? It is not. But nah. I'm okay with seeing how this goes. Alright, that's all connected. Whew. Alright, are we getting oxygen in here? Let's look at the gases overlay. We are not yet. I think we did not connect it all the way. Or did we? In building intake. Okay, let's look inside. Oh, we did not connect it right here, so that's why there's no oxygen in here. Now, we should see oxygen coming in here when they finish that. Turn this off. We don't want it turned on when oxygen is going to be the only thing coming in, right? Let's see our hydrogen loop. It's still working as intended. Nothing is backing up. Everything is still going efficiently. Okay, so I think if we pause that there and do that, it's going to send oxygen in this direction. $450, $450, $750. Perfect. I don't know why we are running on the wheel. Oh man. Surprised they have nothing better to do. Okay. We're almost at the rocket launch. We're really close. Let's turn the priority on all of the piping to a 9. Yeah, we want to finish that and get good water up there for toilet flushing, right? We are almost there. I would really like to send this rocket up to the top. Overheat damage. That's because we made it out of copper. And it's in a vacuum. Okay. And how hot is it right now? 211. Okay, that's not good. So we need to put that behind the base, like over here or something. So let's make that here. No, yeah, on the inside. That's a little frustrating, but we kind of knew that, kind of. And then we can just continually fix that. We'll deconstruct that for now. Now, is this power going to go down? No, it's not. Okay. So let's get all that back. And then we will take you and go all the way down and over and down and around. Yeah, that's a lot. Honestly, I'm not even gonna bother with that. We needed to do that anyways, because there is radiation coming in. There we go. That should be helpful enough that it stops all that extra radiation. All right. Are we getting water? We are. We are finally getting water. So both of these are going to continually run for a minute. Probably going to get a little warm. But they're both made out of gold, so it's going to be fine. Depleting this nice and steadily. We do have a lot of carbon dioxide building up over here. Let's do that so they don't go down, over, and around, and then we can get rid of these. Yeah, I know, it's unreachable. There we go, and then once this is built, we could probably put another wire here, another wire here, and then just deconstruct all that wire that we have built. Funny how that works. See, now we have space exposure right here, so we need to put a priority higher on this. Not sure how steel got in here. That's okay. Got it out, no problem. Okay. Why is it not... Oh, it's not done being built yet. Okay. I was wondering... Alright, let's look at the rocket. Let's go on the inside. How is it looking? Okay, we've got water. We've got oxygen. Overpressured. Let's look at that. Yeah, 2,000 in every single square. Perfect. Right, next, what do we want? We want barbecue. This will be a good test, right? And then who is our crew? Change crew. Okay, and then we go back here. We're gonna slow it down for a minute. Let's go and make sure that we have the skills we do here. Okay. So we've got rocket piloting, we've got data analysis researcher, we have astronomy. Perfect. Let's look at the rocket one more time. Okay. It doesn't tell us that we need to have anything special to run it, but I'm not sure that that is going to be like an issue, so that's why we created the science. Okay. I think we are ready. Let's change access. Oh, that's why it turned off. Okay. We need food. No, we'll do none. We want food in here. 1,000 per cycle, so let's put, we have 8,000 barbecue in here. We'll have just a little bit more. Do like 5 or 6 cycles. Just have extra just in case. How much did you put in here? There's only 2,000. It says there's 8,000 in here, but I only see 2,000 in here. I must be crazy. Okay, how did you get down here? Yep, they're still doing the same thing. Okay, so you know what we're gonna do? Wait, can we sweep up a little bit? Too much liquid. Okay. You know what we could do is we could just put it up 1 square and then deconstruct that square. There we go. That way we can get the other oak row out of there. All right, we are almost there. Let's look at the interior. How much food do we have in here? We have a lot of food. Oh, kcal. Okay, so that's the conversion that we're getting, why we see that. All right, let's get the crew. We are going to do it. We are going to launch into space and get some research going. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to choose where we are going. We're just gonna go to orbit. And then let's go out here. Where's our crew? There's our crew. All right, let's go inside. Let's turn off the suit. Okay, we're breathing. We're doing okay. We have soggy feet. No, it's okay. That happens. All right, here we go, everyone. Ready? Set. We're gonna launch. Oh, that's so exciting. Whoosh. Whoosh we go. Oh my gosh, that's so satisfying. Colony achievement earned. That is like fantastic. Launch your rocket into space. We did it. We got that first one done. Now let's look at the... We are already producing research. This is fantastic. Okay. So we've got a bathroom. We're just gonna let it roll. Let's look at our star map. Rocket's just gonna stay in orbit. We're gonna leave him there for a little bit. Wow. We did it. Totally did it. Alright, so what is the... Oh my gosh. Even in insulated pipe, this carbon dioxide is super cold. That is not okay. Alright, so what I think would be good, what if we put it in a out here in a vacuum? What if we put a reservoir out here? And then, yeah, do that. Hopefully that's good enough. Flight status. We are making so much. Look at the little mini game. Oh my gosh, I think it's so fun. How much did we get? We have 6 databanks. We're gonna make some more. Can we see what his morale is? No stress. No stress at all. Let's look at the skills. And 27 morale. Perfect. We're just gonna stay up there for as long as we can. We have more printables. Snazzy suit or thimbleweed. Thimbleweed it is. Okay. We should probably start digging out more of this. And getting it ready, because we need whatever this is over here, we need it. Right? Okay. We're gonna build you, you and you, you and you. Well, no, let's get a little bit more. I want it to fill up enough to where it goes into this square as well. Maybe delete the carbon dioxide first and then get rid of it. Okay, all this is set back to what it should be. This is super hot crude oil. Okay, so looking good. All those are running no problem. How's this looking over here? 31 degrees on the gas pump. This is really a game changer the way that we fix this. Again, I can't thank everyone enough for providing that feedback. That is what has help us move in the positive direction that we have right now. What else do we have going on? Oh, that needs to go down. I missed that. Okay. This is all looking really nice. We're getting rid of all this extra phosphorate. Let's get those. All right. So the next part of this is going to be, let's see, what are we gonna do? We need to get rid of those. That way we have room for the fertilizers, right? Fertilizer synthesizer. All right, let's do, we'll put those in here first. Let's do refinement. Fertilizer, synthesizer, we're gonna make it out of gold. So we do 1 and 2. Is that gonna be enough room though? I don't know. It should be. I mean, we're gonna have just one gas pump. That way we have no issues with that. Let's do auto sweeper, put you here and here. So we should be able to reach the phosphorate. Yes and yes. The next part is going to be we need plumbing. We need this plumbing right here to go the other direction, which is going to be down. Do we have a lot of... Wait, this is granite. Let's do igneous rock. One, all the way down. Because this has to be polluted water, right? So we'll probably end up doing some sort of... What am I thinking of here? Oh, first let's do that. And then cut that off. Okay, so we'll probably end up with a filter at the bottom of this or next to this in case we get some of that water. Oh, look at that. The polluted water is going to be going right into this one. Perfect. Okay. And then I think we use... Let's use an OR gate. No, let's not use an OR gate. We'll just turn it on and off manually for now. There's going to be a door here, and they come in and out of it pretty easily. So we'll go 1, 2, manual airlock. This actually might not be a good idea. We might want a liquid lock here. Yeah, we might do that instead. Yeah, we need to put a liquid lock here instead of this. That way, but it has to be crude oil. All the problems. What I think we could do is we'll leave it like this for now and just not turn it on yet. We won't add power until we can figure out a better way to keep it, keep it from opening and closing. So we'll do that for a while. Let's check on our homie. Oh, sleepy time. We're not really moving, I don't think, right? So let's look at the let's see, can we see how much gas we have? Let's go properties, status. We aren't going anywhere, but where does it tell us how much fuel we have? It doesn't really tell you that. It just gives you autopilot. Okay, it will resume speed when... Okay, not allowed by schedule. Properties. See, this doesn't really tell you. So what I'm going to do is get one more day here, and then we will go back to base because I don't see a way. Oh, the rocket is suspended in space with no set destination. Okay, rocket fuel. Here it is. Oh my gosh, I was going to freak out for a moment. All right, we have 84 kilograms. I'm just gonna leave it like this, and we should be fine. Whew, man, I was freaking out for a moment there, everyone. It's okay, Tom. It's okay. All right, we do need to figure out what we not this. We need to figure out the other stuff here. Let's overpressure, so it's not going to allow any of this to come out of the area. Do we have steel or anything? No, we don't want lead. That's a liquid sulfur geyser. So what we should do is send this up. Yeah. We'll make it up like that. Kind of made this awkwardly. But that's okay. That's why we're fixing it. I want to know what's over here and what's here. So those are kind of what I am focusing on at the moment. Let's look at our colony summary. What do we have here? We have... There's one with morale and in space. Okay. With 25 morale or higher. Okay, so that's 1 out of 10 cycle. We'll see if we can get it in a row. I don't know if it will be enough because we don't have a ton of stuff in here. How much power do we have? We have radiation, food, idleness, stress is fine. Okay. Does not really tell us how much power we have left. And that's okay. 27 data banks. That's huge. Yeah, once we can get a bigger rocket that has a solar panel, which will probably be the petroleum generator, I think that that's what we'll do next, instead of not dealing with steam, because steam gives you a lot of issues from what I'm told. All of that is moving from here, and then let's just cut the pipe. I don't want this to continually get cold and cold and cold. Okay, let's turn this off. This little piece of ice is taking quite some time to melt, but we're not really using this water, so all this is kind of sitting idly at the moment. Well then. That's pretty good on the temperature. I'm happy with how this turned out. I'm happy with how this turned out. All that melted. It did. Ethanol is still at 19 degrees. What about down here? How's this ethanol? It's at -70. So all this is still staying in deep freeze. This is all really cold still. We did end up making this piping right here, which I think we should connect up. And then cut that pipe here. So we're going to continue to add onto this loop. Right? And now we can cut this pipe here. And again, the main thing that I'm trying to do here is I want to cool the specific regions like this that are entrances into the base for the heat to seep in from one area to the next, right? So if I do this piping all around the different areas, it's not going to be hot anymore. It's gonna cool off those regions further, and it's going to allow us a really good temperate base overall, instead of it being so saturated with cold in this one area, right? But again, this is a little bit extreme on the cold temperature. I think we did not make a mistake. We just kind of like should have changed it and made it better earlier. But anyways, that is it for this one, folks. I think we've accomplished a lot in this episode. Let me know your thoughts, your comments, concerns, anything below. I do read every single one of them and provide my feedback every single time if I'm able to. So things coming up in the next week or so. I will be traveling for work, so there might be 1 or 2 days that I will not have an episode, so that might be a Tuesday, Thursday thing, just so I can prepare for that weekend and that traveling that I have to do. So if that's the case, I will post on the community tab in the that section, so we'll know more in a little while. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you later on. Bye-bye for now.